Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We are going to move on to April in just a second because we need to get all of our drilling done. We do have the rice and we've got the sorghum to do. I was actually debating whether or not I should put in soybeans, but I think sorghum is going to be for the best because we do need more food for the chickens. But anyway, let's get into the construction menu because I have just downloaded a couple of mods. So the first one is in the container section. As you can see, it is a fuel station for our tractors. Yes, it's not very big. In fact, it's just a pallet truck with some old barrels and a siphon pump. But it's good. That's all we need at the moment. Obviously, when we're refueling a combine with a 700 litre diesel tank, it probably won't be good enough. But a fantastic solution at this stage. Can I do this? If I do this in free mode, I can put it right back. Although we don't want to be too far back because we do need to get into that. Or maybe I should just put this somewhere much more open, like over here. Yeah, that's probably better. As long as nobody steals it, of course. It's right there. It's like asking the traffic to come and take it. But I trust everybody around here. I'm sure they're all fine. Okay, so that is the first mod which I've downloaded. I've also downloaded a second mod, which I think comes under silo extensions. Nope, not silo extensions. Silos, there we go. It is the liquid manure square tank, storage tank. And I was hoping this is going to fit a bit better into an area which we have already. I don't know where. Until we actually have the money for it, we're not going to see, I suppose, because it's going to say it's out of range. But it does need to be in range of this shed here. Probably it'll end up being like down here, I don't know, just somewhere in range of here. But we don't need to worry too much about it today, I don't think. I could put it there in front of the house, but that would be a bit whiffy. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the priority is to do the drilling. So to do that, we need to move on. I have just ridden the 3 horses and I've cleaned them, so they're all good. They're going to increase in value once we have rested. So yeah, they're still going. We'll probably be selling Dave fairly soon. If my memory serves me correctly, I think they peak at £5,000 a horse. That would make sense. And I think he's worth about 3,500 currently. And yeah, then we'll move on to the next batch of names, which were selected in the vote. I can't remember exactly which one is next. It's probably Dennis. But yeah, I know that Dennis is way up there. Hardly surprising, along with Jezza. Right, okay, so here we go. Field number 33 and the 231s, they need to be done. Horses. Oh, Dave is actually 4,143. The other two are 3,000. Don't know why they're different, but they're both 3,000 and something. I must have missed a month for one of them, I guess. That's unfortunate. Okay, it's a very foggy month, by the look of it. Hopefully the fog will lift. It is a sunny day. Probably play at ×6, that should be fine. And we might be ready to just go. Yeah. So, I have put slurry on these fields. We do have solid fertiliser in the drill. Whether or not we need it, I'm not too sure. Hopefully it just won't use it if it doesn't need it. That would be nice. And I don't know, I might just do both fields as long grain rice this year. I'm quite tempted to, because we are quite busy with other stuff. Yes, I hope this fog does lift fairly soon. Yeah, so these two are going to be extremely fast. The other one is going to be quite fast as well. But I'll see you when I'm in the field over there. And yes, I will be putting sorghum in. So just like we can't do soybeans with the seed drill anymore, we also can't do sorghum, it would appear. So I'm going to have to go and rent a planter But on the way, I will refuel the tractor at our new fuel storage point. Yes, I know they are only 200 or 205 litre drums here, but we've got some extras. We've got a jerry can as well. So is that, yeah, that's working. So it is pay as you go, just like a pump, a main public fuel pump. I don't know if it's slower. It looks like it probably is slower, or maybe it's just because it's a bigger tank. But it is so much easier than just going all the way to the fuel station. There is also an IBC diesel tank mod which I saw, which I actually have downloaded. But then I saw this one. Both seem really good, but obviously the benefit of this one is we don't have to transport IBCs back to the farm. But I am kind of tempted to use both at some point. I know some people will say, oh, what's the point? It's just ready to experience it. So anyway, let's put this... Where should we put this? Oh, I need that shed. That shed needs finishing. Then I can just put it in the shed. Oh, I'm just going to put it here, because it's going to go in that shed. There we go. And yeah, let's rent a planter. We do only have £13,000, and this is the only field that we're going to do. Yeah, I could do a contract for seeding, but it's not very exciting, so I don't think I will do. Yeah, so I'm likely going to be using something relatively small. Still got some liquid fertilizer here. Nice, right, okay, so planters. I could just go for that. 4.5 meters. 6 meters. 6.7 meters. Okay, we'll go for this one. That can do sorghum. So yeah, even if we wanted to do soybeans, we'd still need this. So we needed a planter either way. I wish I could buy it. One day we will. £3,000 for that. Blimey. Although it's much cheaper than buying the food. But that makes me think, let's go for this one. 2,500, so yes, let's go for this one. It's worth saving £500 for a little bit of extra time. And it's going to be done as a time-lapse anyway, so we're going to blast through this. We do need the money as well, so that I can rent the mowers, because this field here needs mowing. Again, even though it's April, well, I say even though it's April, it's actually the grass which regrew last year. But yes, we are now getting into the new season. And this will take solid fertilizer, so we could put solid fertilizer into it as well, if it requires, and it probably will actually, because it was... Yes, it has already had a crop in it, although some of it used to be grass, so... Yeah, we'll put fertilizer in. I think it's going to be required. Yeah, I thought they might kick up a fuss about that. Come on, keep moving. Keep moving. Nothing to see here. Oh, that's... Okay, there's something to see here. That was strange. I think I'm going to have to empty the seed drill because the fertilizer and the seed that we require is in there. I didn't buy any more. Which means we're going to have to clear this clog. Oh, come on, folks. There's nothing to see, like I said. The truck is just thinking, oh, look at that. It's the best seed drill I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, well, this is the best tractor I've ever seen in my entire life. Coming through. Quite an off-roader. Yes, I have... I've always abused the AI traffic in this game. And I don't think it's ever going to change. So, here we go. Yes. Actually, I was very impressed by how that did just climb over that car. Yeah, so we've got 2 fertilizer bags, and we've got 1 seed bag. Don't know if it'll be enough. Hopefully it will be. Looks like we've got more planks as well. That's going to be going to the temple. And the temple actually does need to have the cement transferring to it as well. So does our shed. So we'll be getting that done sooner rather than later. We just need to get this field drilled. Oh, crikey, that's filled it anyway. Of course, yeah, planters don't really have a very large capacity for seed, but they do have a big hopper for fertilizer. There we go. So what are we set to? We're set to corn. I can't wait to do corn, but we're not quite there yet. We're going to have to do sorghum first. We just need chicken food. I don't think the chickens will take oats, because we could have done oats with the seed drill, but I'm pretty sure they only take wheat, barley, and sorghum. Oh yes, is GPS fixed after reloading the game? It might be. It isn't. Yes, if you have made a comment, if you've spotted an issue, the reason why my GPS doesn't seem to work in this field anymore, then I will be seeing that video after this video has been recorded. It is the issue with bulk recording, but I do need to bulk record, otherwise I can't get my videos uploaded in time, as it does take a long time to upload each episode. I am constantly uploading. Anyway, yeah, no regrets about going for this planter. Yeah, it's smaller, it is the smallest, but sometimes it is nice to use those smaller ones because we get to a point where we are just using the biggest. We never actually get to appreciate the smallest ones. And it's not a big field. We'll be done here in no time. See, we didn't need to get the bigger drill. That has done it really quickly, and it, of course, is on a really big tractor, so it doesn't really have any excuses. Right, so we've got a wonderful sorghum field. I wish we could press these stones back in, but we do not have a roller. It's the sort of thing which I would love to get in a sail, but currently we don't have any in a sail, so we'll have to just keep waiting for one of them to pop up. Okay, so yeah, we'll empty this. I will put the... What should I do? I'll put the flatbed trailer on the Merlot, and we're going... Oh, crikey, it's full of bales. We'll put those bales in the shed then, and we'll take it over to the cement factory. We could use the truck, but I still need the Merlot over there. We need some kind of forklift. Yeah, maybe it isn't worth unloading those bales, because they're just going to be unloaded anyway and put into the feed mix, so... yeah, we'll probably use the truck then, but it means taking the truck and the Merlot over there. Maybe one of these is capable of taking itself over there, possibly? I've just remembered. I can take some stones with this, can't I? We could put some stones in the trailer. Not very much, but it's something. And yes, we are still leasing the JCB. It's not going to be staying here forever. I'll either get a conveyor belt or a big Volvo wheel loader. Haven't decided yet. I don't really like using the conveyor belts because I'm so useless at it. But yes, the idea is certainly the most efficient. And I do like using the wheel loaders, so I'm very tempted to try and save up for a Volvo. We'll just keep the JCB here on lease until then. Yeah, so anyway, 2,870 litres. It all helps. It doesn't go very far, but it does help. I should really take those planks as well. If I just leave my trailer here, I'll come back for that in just a second. Because I don't know if this truck will be able to put it up the hill. Didn't I service this truck? I'm sure I did. And it's already requiring another service. Or did I just inquire and found out it was £4,500? I'm sure I did spend that money. I'm sure I did service it. I think it's time to replace this truck with a new one. If only I had the money. Very soon we will have the money. Would be good to replace like for like, maybe a different colour. Because this one does have 266 hours on it, which for this game is actually a lot. That is going to need a lot of servicing. So, yeah, I don't know how many we're going to have, but we have at least 2, and that's already over £10,000. So, Merlot. Oh, we've got all this as well. Oh, they need to be changed. I need to change the output to distributing. Okay, and this one as well. And also the spring onion. As for the other one, The small tarp greenhouse, that can store. Yeah, that's fine as it is. Okay, so, well, I'm not sure if we're going to have space to put everything on there. We do also have mushrooms as well. Well, it's looking like we probably should have just gone for the big trailer. But not to worry. We can always do a second load. Or I could have not put the stones in the trailer. Didn't realise we had quite so many pallets of produce. But if we do, if I stack high, maybe I can get some on. I can't even keep up with this telehandler. Crikey, it's fast. Right, so we've still got the Valtra in the tipping point. So we'll just get that moved. The farmer who owns this field has clearly drilled it now. So we are going to have to buy this field. We're probably going to have to buy the entire production. Otherwise this is not going to work. Because if I buy the land, surely I'd buy the production. Oh, no, it wouldn't. That wouldn't work. Maybe I can just buy the land. And then, well, if necessary, I could change something in the XML file to make sure the production still works. Right, let's see. Can I tip? Oops. Oh, there we go. Right, so we're fully loaded with our wooden products. I couldn't get any of the other produce on. There's no point even trying to because of the lows. But we're now ready to load up the trailer with the produce that we have here. Well, I say produce, with the with the materials that we have here. Now, it's not all going to the temple. I need to be careful with what I actually take there. I think the temple is requesting... Well, it's going to take tiles eventually, so I can take the tiles, even though it doesn't need it yet. And cement bags. It needs 11 cement bags, probably 12, just to guarantee it's going to still work. You know what it's like. So, yeah. We'll put cement bags on, and we'll put the tiles on, but the bricks... Yes, I don't think the temple actually needs bricks ever, because it's not listed as a sell point for bricks. So, yeah, just cement and tiles. All the bricks can go to our shed, and if we have anything left over, I can sell them. As always, very, very slowly going to sell these. I have just saved just in case they don't sell. Well, they will disappear, but they won't pay us. But yeah, that seems to be good. Yeah, that's fine. And as for the cement products, there we go. So we now have £78,000. I'm hoping that we can use this money to... Well, what we need is a vineyard tractor, and we also do need a bigger trailer for the stones. I think probably the trailer is the priority. And I already know exactly which one I'm targeting. It is the power tube, which I have lost. Oh, there it is. It is £70,000, but I guess we could sell our current one. And if we struggle to get our combine's auger over the top, I could remove the extension. That should work. So I think we're going to have to go for that. But just think how much more we can transport in one go. 46,000 litres. In fact, that must be so heavy. That would be completely overweight. But yes, we have just spent all the money. But I think it was for the best. It's going to be good. Anyway, we'll get the other things taken. We've got 3 pallets of bricks. We'll get them taken back over to the farm so our shed construction can continue. Because, yeah, goodness me, it needs to be finished. It seriously needs to be finished. And then we can top up the cement factory. This can go over to the store. I've just checked as well, the water buffalo have got over 4,000 litres of milk, which is just incredible. That is probably over £40,000. So as soon as we do sell that, we're going to be doing pretty well. Right, we shouldn't have any issues with that, I hope. And I'll probably put the Merlot on the trailer. I'll try and do it. I know, it's a bit crazy. Oh, it's very crazy. But it's just another way of getting the Merlot back without paying for a worker. Although that's probably just another way of saying that I'm being tight. I think it only costs us £34 to drive the Merlot down here. Although, yeah, if you look at it that way, £34 for somebody to drive a telehandler for 5 minutes, that's a seriously good wage. Was it even 5 minutes? I'm not too sure. Right, so we need to make sure we're on the rear with the ramps. Yep, put the ramps to full width. I don't think it'll work because we've got those uprights on the back. But I do have the added benefit of being able to lift up the front with the boom. Yes. Yeah, so that went well. It is in. I don't think we'll ever get up the hill, but at least we'll get the Merlot nearby. It'll probably end up taking longer than just getting a worker to drive it, because my acceleration is fairly non-existent. Maybe when we're ready to change this truck, we'll just go for an articulated tractor unit. Well, a tractor unit with an articulated trailer, you know, articulated setup. I always need to phrase that correctly, because I know that in different parts of the world it's called different things. Like I think it's called a semi or a semi in America, and we just call them articulated lorries, or sometimes you call them tractors and trailers. Well, so far I've been super impressed. A truck which requires servicing desperately, and it's pulled this at about 20 miles per hour the whole way. This is where it's going to change, and I don't think it will actually keep moving. I think it's going to stop. My foot's to the floor. If this keeps moving, it's a miracle. It is somehow still moving. Don't want to speak too soon. Wow. I think the engine is about to blow up. Kaboom! How is it even doing this? It's probably more like the transmission is about to blow up. Or the differential. Right, okay. It did it. I don't know how, but it did it. We can now put our bricks into our shed. So that is going to resume the construction of the shed. Thankfully. Not before time. And yes, we will be ready to put all of our produce and products onto the trailer to make a good bit of money for the end. But I do just need to do that one load of stones. There we go. That's great. Yeah. Come back to this in a minute or two. So yeah, it's processing those 3,000 litres of bricks. It needs 7,000 though. This has also made it. Don't know if we're going to be selling the Rudolph trailer. I'm going to check the price right now. I know we bought it cheap, so it's probably not worth anything at all. And if it isn't worth anything at all, we'll just keep it as a backup trailer. Because there's no point selling something which is worth next to nothing, but still has a very good use. 12,000. I could repair it, I could repaint it. It's probably not going to make much of a difference. I think I'll keep it. Yeah, I'll keep it. We'll probably use that for grain and stuff like that, and then we use the power tube for stones. Or a big harvest. Because eventually, we are going to be doing a big harvest. And if we're doing root crops, well, they fill up the trailers super quickly. We'll fill this instantly with one load of a sugar beet harvester, for example. Good job we have a high tip bucket. We should just about reach over this. But we do need the Volvo. That would be so good. Ah, yes. This field needs to be sprayed with herbicide. It's a field which I've inherited, kind of. Well, it's a crop which I've inherited when I bought the land. But yeah, the previous owner has not sprayed off the weeds. How silly of them. They must have known I was coming. Yeah, so we can reach. This will probably take quite a few loads. And I'm pleased, because it's way overdue. It actually makes it worthwhile having the JCB. Oh, this is brilliant. So good having such a big trailer. So good having a tractor that can pull it as well. So there is a massive dump of stones, which is going to go a long way. This is going to help to... Well, it's going to finish the shed, and it's going to help to hopefully finish the temple by Christmas Day. That is the target. Oh, I don't know if we're going to do it, but we'll have to keep our fingers crossed. Maybe it'll be done way before Christmas, or maybe it'll be done way after Christmas. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I would guess that a temple is going to take quite a long time to build. Right, so to finish off, we're not going to end with £7,000. We're going to sell some produce. By not doing that. So I've got all the produce on from the big greenhouse. And it looks like we do have at least 4 pallets here as well. And we've got the kimchi and the mushrooms. So we are most likely going to get a fairly decent payment here. I was going to try and do it without getting the trailer attached again. I've just detached the trailer, but I don't think we're going to be able to. Because there's a lot more stuff here than what I was expecting. I knew we had quite a few things, but not this much. But it can also be surprising how well you can squeeze lots of pallets onto there. Oh. Haven't got the kimchi on yet. We've got some rice oil. And we've got some canola oil, I believe. Is it canola? Possibly. I thought the canola had finished, but maybe not. It might all fit. Because if I put some more on the back, and then put one on the top, we should be fine. So what is that? Oh. It is cooking oil. Rice bran oil. So no, we've finished the canola. Yes, we've got the 2 kimchi and 1 chili. And they should fit on the back. It should be just right. Oh, I don't like driving on the field that I've just drilled. Kimchi. Fermented vegetables. Quite nice, actually. Slot them on the back. And we're ready to sell. Yep, so next time, definitely cutting the field. We're going to do silage. We do need to do a feed mixture as well, because the goats are out of... Not goats, why am I calling them goats? The water buffalo are out of total mixed ration. We do need to get goats, but we need the money first. And I need to also finish off the vineyard first as well. So yeah, not rushing into the goats, but I know exactly where they're going to go, and we do have the land for them. This is going to be good. Oh no! Yeah, okay, so the brakes are now almost non-existent. Hardly surprising. Just look how full this thing is. But once again, we visit the market and we deliver all of our wonderful produce. Look, there's people waiting, customers waiting. We're going to see these things appear at these shops. £43,695. Very, very good. And we should get that again from the milk, buffalo milk. Yep, you can see them. Here they are. These are our things. Would you like to buy them? Yes, you would. Thank you. Yes, you buy them. Another customer over here. You're wearing Dennis's outfit. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.